Salutations and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Let Dark Souls Teach You. Today we're going to reach the end of our journey in the catacombs and face off against Gravelord Nito. Also, we're going to see the importance of divine blunt weapons and the role they play in this area, and how important it is to know your weapons and know what you're going up against. We're going to have a lot of fun in this deep, dark, dingy, not so fun area, but has a really good view, but I hope you enjoy. Alright, we have ourselves the Skull Lantern. We are going to use it. Also, right when I decided to start recording, some water apparatus somewhere in the house, pipes or something, started flowing randomly. Hopefully that doesn't sound off too much in the video. If it does, I'm going to be really depressed. Alright, so let's go around this area. Oh, these mobs are one of the worst mobs in the game, as far as I'm concerned, because they are just a moving hitbox. There's not a lot of magic mojo to facing them. Basically anything that's on all fours you get behind. But getting ambushed by these fuckers are a real pain in the ass. Look how they move. They like pivot their entire body, and they like try to trample you if you're in front of them. So like their hitboxes are huge, and I hate them, and they deserve to die. Now normally I run past those guys, but if you like fighting things or find it difficult to run past things, then well, I just showed you how to have half a chance of fighting those guys, because boy do I hate them. Alright, we see a shiny over there, but of course it's guarded by a friend. Hack at those ankles. Nice soul. Souls are always good. Always check your surroundings. You're in a very dark place, you don't want to be unprepared. There's another shiny over there. Of course it's guarded by a friend. Hitbox Simulator 2011. How do I get to that shiny again? I don't even remember, to be honest. Oh look, another friend. It looks to be a dead end. So, happy days, we don't have to go near them. Alright, this seems to be a bit of a maze. Just use your sense of direction, use your intuition, and get ambushed by a black... Wow. Fuck, no! Oh man, I thought I could survive that. See, that's actually the drawbacks of running past shit. Like, you need to know what's behind you. I was getting followed by them guys. Usually, the Black Knights are a bit smarter and don't just fall off the edge. Ours wasn't, which was good, but I had to track those dogs behind me and I ended up rolling off the map because I'm silly. But now the good news is, Black Knights don't respawn, so we're good to go there. And as you can see me right now, I'm just kindling this bonfire. I want more than 5 flasks in this area, even on my bajillionth playthrough. I don't want 5 flasks, I want 10. So we're going to go back to where we were, and we're going to see exactly what we missed, because we missed an item. Also, again, I hope it's not too obvious in the video, but I've been fighting something for a good while now. I am very congested. I'm trying to speak with a strong, firm voice as much as I possibly can, but what are you going to do? Videos don't record themselves, am I right? This is actually an item I only discovered on my most recent playthrough before this, so... yeah, ooh, piss off. Effigy shield. And look at this. I actually didn't know you could see this from over here. This is actually my first time discovering this. Environmental awareness, you can see a bonfire from where you are. That's not the bonfire you were at, or maybe it is, I don't even know. But there is a bonfire nearby. Oh, you mother of pearl. Oh, you moving hitbox. I really hate these guys. I think he's designed to do that. To be honest, I think he's designed to drop down and cut you off. Because you're very rarely given things for free in Dark Souls. If you find something shiny, there's something you're going to have to deal with. Get out of here, you filthy animal. Yeah. Don't rush into any Dark Souls situation. That was episode 1. If you couldn't see their eyes glowing in the dark, yeah. We've got some big-ass skellies. Take it slow. He doesn't like to look at you. Keep it moving. Check your corners. And happy days. Look. Bonfire. I don't know if we could see this from before, but I don't care. That's a bonfire well earned, my friend. Now, because I tried to fight all the doggos and explore all the things, I died a lot my first playthrough before I got to this bonfire. So, don't take these for granted. Find a bonfire, you will rejoice. Also, off-screen, or off-recording rather, I reinforced my Morning Star to +4, just so it gets a little bit extra damage. Divine isn't usually a massive source of damage, but again, it serves a purpose that is different from damage. So, we're going to utilize it to that extent. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking past the big doggos. Clipping through the floor like that. Not even sure what that is, to be honest. Oh, so look at all, look, 3 big doggos. Let's try to just get around them, skirt around. There's an item there. See, actually, oh, fuck you, dude. I didn't even see you there. See, I actually didn't know about this item. Again, because I usually bull rush this area like no tomorrow. I don't actually take the time to explore this too much in, you know, actual playthroughs. So I actually didn't know about that item, to be honest. But it was nothing amazing. It was a soul, but hey, souls are good. Souls are souls. Alright. Dead ends. Ladder. Just drop right down. Alright, you seem to be heading out of that horrible area and into the light. Only into another dark tunnel.
Master must go inside the tunnel.
But as you can see, we're overlooking a completely different bit of terrain than we've ever seen. We can go there, just so you know. We're not going to do it in the series. I want you to discover it for yourself, but we can get there. But as you can see, we've been invaded by this nice feller, Paladin Leroy. If anyone's played World of Warcraft, I know a lot of people say this is not a reference to WoW from that Leroy Jenkins video from 100,000 years ago, but Leroy Jenkins in WoW is a paladin. This guy's a paladin. His name is Leroy. Doesn't he have like a chicken on his shield? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And his head kind of almost looks like a chicken, with a chicken beak. And like the last line in that video was, "At least I have chicken." But yeah, this guy, he fights in a very precarious setting on this cliff over here. So what I usually do is I try to bait him into this hallway so I can parry him. But I just lost a crystal lizard by the looks of it. What we're going to do is we're actually going to quit out and reload. Ooh, Humanity, Grant, which is a really big hammer, and Sanctus, which is a divine shield, I want to say. It actually requires faith to wield a shield, which is not often. And it provides slight HP recovery. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty good. It's a good support shield. But yeah, we're actually going to quit out and reload real quick. So we can get that crystal lizard. Because typically when you reload the game, the crystal lizard is actually reset. There he is. Twinkling Titanite, White Titanite chunk. For further reinforced divine weapons is what the White Titanite chunks are good for, so we may or may not be able to use those at this point. At this point, no, we can't, but further in the playthrough, we probably will be able to. I think with 3 more green Titanite shards, my Morning Star will be +5, and then from there I believe we can ascend it and use White Titanite chunks. I'm still not completely 100% keen on how to upgrade weapons entirely in this game. I know how to, but I don't usually dabble with high weapon types. As you can see, we are in a very not friendly looking setting with spellcasters and little babby skeletons. And those fuckers are probably the ones resurrecting. Those are actually... those have the same model as Pinwheel, the pushover boss we fought earlier. So, yeah, this is the game teaching you that you gotta observe your surroundings. If you look way up there, you can see, partially shrouded by debris, a fog door. That's your destination. So you have to utilize your observation, your reflexes, and wait for the right timing to get over there. You can kill these guys, you can run past them, you know, you might pay the consequences for that, you might get rewarded for that. And the game has also provided you with a perfect bit of cover once you've dealt with the first caster. Utilize that to your advantage, get around him. He's being protected by little baby skellies, which are, to be honest, like the creepiest things ever. I think once you kill those, the little babies stop respawning, but I could be wrong there. We get this loot. Oh, so many spooky skellies. We get this loot. We're actually going to explore down there before we go in here. Now that we've taken out these casters, we can just eliminate the ones down there one at a time. Alright, so we've explored that little bit. We've gotten our Titanite. Those army of babies, that's actually kind of creepy. And we're going to jump in here into this boss door and see what we can do. Oh, this is the beginning of the area. Whoop, lol. Alright, now we're going to go to the end of this area and see what... Wait, did I forget another piece of treasure? I did, didn't I? White Titanite slab. This is what you use to max, you know, the last stage in the upgrading process for divine weapons. Plus 15, I want to say. Like, you can ascend from +5 to +10, and I think from there it's to +15. I'd have to double check. Alright, so now we go through this boss door, and... Imminent boss, yeah, no shit. That's a bit of a drop, so that might actually do some damage to us. Yes, it did, as you can see from our health bar. And this very dark ominous place to face one of the coolest looking bosses in the entire series, like Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Bloodborne, Demon Souls. This is easily one of the coolest looking bosses in the series. He's just an amalgamation of skeletons with just a cloak of shadow, which is really, really cool. Look at even his sword is like an amalgamation of bone. Now this guy actually has a bit of an audio cue for when he's about to do like a special attack, so be on the lookout. And as you can see, you're already immediately being gangbanged by skellies. That spike from the ground, you absolutely want to avoid that. Alright, take out your see, the reason we want this divine weapon, instantly gangbanged by skeletons. With your divine weapon, you can take care of these guys quickly and they will not respawn. Also, you'll be able to notice that there's a massive bit of debris in the middle of the room here, which, from my understanding of games, is actually designed to help you be able to kite around the room. See, he's kind of coming in a circle around that thing towards me. And if you look over there, listen for a bit of like a scream type of sound, and then he'll be raising his sword, the spike will come out of the ground. So be on the lookout for that. But this is also the game teaching you that these skeletons over there, they're not aggroing onto me. So if we stay very near to the boss, we won't have to deal with that. Now this weapon is kind of crap damage to the boss, because that's the thing. You can do this fight one of two ways. Either you can have those 3 skeletons up and it'll be such a pain in the ass, or you can take them out and this fight's actually not too bad, because what you can do is you can get up close and personal to him. And what he's doing now, watch this. A massive AoE attack. Now, you can't see it because they weren't close enough, but if the skeletons were in that, it would actually kill them. Not permanently, because they would res, you know, after a few seconds, but that would actually reset the skeletons for a few seconds, giving you more opportunity to hit them. Also, depending on the angle, and if his bones are exposed or not, like right there, you'll actually miss. This Cloak of Shadows actually protects him, but now we want to run away from that because it does some damage. And there's not really much to explore over here. There's big skeletons over there. I don't know how we can see it in the video. But you don't want to pull them because they're big, they have a lot of poise, and they will just hunt you down with range and just bah, bah, bah. But yeah, see, this guy hurts. Does a lot of damage. He puts a poison effect on you. But he also gives you a pretty long recovery time. That big attack gave us a lot of time to heal and attack him. We also got Leroy's armor. Badass paladin armor. We do not have the endurance and equip load to wear that effectively. But it's really cool looking armor. I like it a lot. But yeah, as you can see, like any big boss with a big weapon, again, this is like early in the game, you know, teaching here. Big boss, big weapon, circle around him really tight and just hack away at the ankles. And then there's one attack like that, or in the case of the Asylum Demon, the big jump, where you just stay away from him. Like, there's a very obvious cue. Like, the Asylum Demon would jump up in the air. This guy kind of curls up onto the ground, and it's a very obvious cue, or a tell, rather. Aside from that, you just beat this guy down. But do appreciate the power of divine weapons, because without them, this fight would be the most... I didn't know about divine weapons stopping skeletons from rezzing until several playthroughs in, and boy, was I salty. I thought this fight was artificial difficulty, and... And he's like, well, everyone's like, but Nito kills his ads, lol. I'm like, yeah, but your windows are limited, and they still get up to wreck you. But I have the FAP ring, Ring of Favor and Protection, which gives me extra health, stamina, and equip load. Equip load doesn't really help, but extra health and stamina does. And I also have this Ring of Steel Protection, which also reduces physical damage a little bit. So I could have still... As you can see, I got hit by those skeletons a lot. Didn't really hurt a whole lot. I got hit a lot, but that was really it. And as you can see, this guy is a pushover. Really cool looking, though. But hey, if you struggle on this guy, hey, I wouldn't blame you. I struggled on this guy in my first playthrough. But that was before I learned, you know. That is the ends of the catacombs. We got our Lord Soul, our humanity. And those skeletons that were over here actually despawn. So, happy days. Now, you might be wondering, how the frickety frack did we get out of here? And here's your answer right here. Bonfire. And then we're going to warp back to the hub of all hubs. Best hub in any game, in my opinion. Firelink Shrine. Also, really excited about the announcement for Dark Souls Remastered. You guys know I'm a big Dark Souls fan. Anyone who's seen me stream or anything, mega Dark Souls fan. Dark Souls Remaster, take an amazing game that, yeah, has its problems, but just needs polish, and give it some frickin' polish. I am all for that. And we can offer that soul to the Lord Vessel. And that is now 2 out of 4 Lord Souls to go. Alright. We're going to warp to the Daughter of Chaos, which is the closest to Blighttown. I'm going to show you where we're going to start next episode. We're going to start in a place called the Demon Ruins, and we're going to traverse through there. And that place is right over... right down through there. Does not look inviting. Alright, we are going to sit down and rest amongst these spider webs and, and whatever hentai tentacle fun time that is in the distance. We'll be getting to that very shortly, don't worry. And when I say very shortly, I mean next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, maybe check out some of the past episodes because I enjoy making them. Hopefully the few of you guys who watch this enjoy this as well. And until you see me again, live well.